A ghost on the bus. Shadows that appear by accident, but only when a little girl is filmed. And the top-ranked videos I know will leave you shivering. That's just the tip of the iceberg for this list. So get ready, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present 9 extreme horror videos that skeptics can't explain. Number 9. We begin with an incident that left a bus driver stunned in the middle of the night. It was his last trip of the day, and there was only one passenger left inside the bus. In the rearview mirror, he saw the man getting up to take the front seats, so the driver thought the passenger was getting off the bus. However, just as the bus was about to stop, the driver witnessed something he'd never forget. In the images, the man can be seen taking the seats right behind the driver. Everything was normal, until, in the blink of an eye, the figure simply disappeared. The driver claimed he later stopped the vehicle and searched seat by seat, but found no one. How do you explain this situation? The most striking thing of all, if you look closely, that figure, who clearly has the appearance of an elderly person, is wearing an outfit that seems to be from another era, as if he didn't belong to this time. Did the driver witness a presence that crossed his path from beyond? Leave me your theory in the comments. Number 8. The following recording comes to us from El Salvador thanks to our friend Carlos Montano, a subscriber who tells us in his email that one day his aunt was quietly watching television when suddenly a subtle phenomena occurred, which was captured on camera. I'll leave you with the sequence to see if you can appreciate what it is. In the recording, we can see the woman resting in the chair at the precise moment when, if you look closely, the remote control located on the table begins to slide on its own, as if an invisible force was slowly pushing it. Some might think it was a slight vibration, perhaps an accidental movement of the table, or even an imperceptible thread. But the camera, with its fisheye lens that captured everything, shows that there is no one nearby. There is nothing to justify this movement. Observe. And when something truly paranormal happens, it happens just like this, subtly, almost imperceptibly, but clearly enough to leave us with more questions than answers. Could this be a mere coincidence, or a presence trying to make itself known? Tell me what you think. Number 7. Let me start this position with a question. How would you feel if, standing alone in a vast, quiet place, you started to feel as if someone was following you? But every time you look back, there was no one there. This is exactly what could have happened at a shopping mall in Mexico, where a security camera recorded something truly disturbing. Shorty, a loyal subscriber, sent us this footage, claiming that in the clip, you can clearly see something following the guard on his night patrol. Although the video quality isn't perfect, if you look closely, you can see what appears to be a small childlike figure, walking just inches away from the guard. What's most concerning is that according to Shorty, the guard never noticed anyone else there that night. He only discovered what had been standing next to him when he reviewed the images on the monitors. Is this just a camera distortion? Or are we seeing the spectral silhouette of a child who continues to wander around this mall? Let me know your opinion in the comments, because what we see here isn't easy to explain. Number 6. There are thousands of accounts on TikTok, but few manage to capture an audience like Soy Gaby 91. Behind it is Gaby Martinez, a young mother who shares moments of her daily life with her husband, their young daughter Regina, and her followers. Everything seemed normal until disturbing signs began to emerge among the videos. Since Regina was just a baby, something in her behavior began to arouse suspicion.
Regina, vamos a dormirnos. Regina, Regina, vamos a dormir. Regina, no, no.
That disconcerting and unusual look back was the first indication that something wasn't quite right. As time passed, what seemed like a simple childish curiosity turned into a growing nightmare.
Todo el tiempo nos intentaba enseñar. Aquí con la carita que puso fue suficiente.
In several videos, the girl can be seen motionless, staring at empty corners of the house. Her mother, uncomprehending, continues recording as the camera reveals that perhaps not everything is as empty as it seems. Followers began to react, convinced that something else resides in that home.
Contexto para los que no saben, ella hace eso desde que era bebé.
Absolutamente nada, no hay nada. Esta es la mochila, siempre dejan todo tirado. Es de día, son las 4. ¿Estás bien? No pasa nada, mi reina, no hay nada aquí, ¿ok? ¿Estás bien? Mini. Y siempre es aquí, pero no pasa nada. Siempre la protejo, le vamos a ver que aquí no hay nada, ya se tomaron cartas en el asunto, ya vino alguien, pero siempre ella tiene el miedo aquí, o no el miedo, así como que siempre sabe que hay algo aquí. ¿Estás bien, mi amor?
Increasingly, Regina seems to detect a presence on the other side of the door. Gaby claims she finds Regina standing there, as if waiting for or fearing someone. These are no longer loving family recordings. The comments call for urgent help. Some suggest blessing the house. Others insist on leaving before something worse happens. In this video, the little girl takes refuge behind a door, terrified. A bewildered Gaby searches the closet with the camera, and there in the shadows, something dark can clearly be seen, seemingly hiding from the lens. Trying to lead a normal life, Gabby records another video. Regina once again points to the closet, and when the camera zooms in, a shadow moves inside, confirming that it's not just her imagination. According to many occult experts, children possess a special sensitivity, a connection to the unknown that allows them to see what adults have forgotten to perceive. What Regina detects could be one of those presences. Could this entity be the same one that has been with her since she was a baby? Or has something much darker taken up residence in her home? Leave your opinion in the comments, because this case is just beginning to reveal its secrets. Many of the videos you're about to watch are submitted by my audience. If you know or own similar videos you would like me to see, feel free to send them to the email address you see on the screen, or as a direct message to my official Facebook page. And if you like my content, please subscribe on YouTube or follow me on Facebook. Without further ado, let's continue. Number 5. This post takes us to a cave covered in legends and whispers of the past. Emmanuel Uribe, one of our subscribers, sent us this disturbing material along with the story of a young man who decided to investigate an enigmatic and mysterious tunnel that everyone was talking about. Locals claim that inside you can hear the wailing of a mother and her son who tragically lost their lives there. With the idea of verifying these stories, the young man spent 7 days and 7 nights exploring the cave, always at 3 a.m, looking for the time of greatest paranormal activity. All the days had passed normally, until on the 7th and final night, he managed to capture what you will hear below.
Is anybody out there? Hello? Right.
Did you notice? Suddenly, the silence of the cave is interrupted by the desperate crying of a baby, a sound so real that the explorer, overcome with fear, decides to flee without looking back. He was completely alone, with no one around. So where were those wails coming from? Could the legend of this mother and son be more real than many believed? Let me know what you think. Number 4. The following post comes from the TikTok account Ferns and Fog, known for sharing tranquil nature images amid idyllic hikes. However, what their camera captured on one of these outings is anything but tranquil, nor does it fit with the creator's usual content. In the images, beneath the veil of a waterfall, a blurred figure can be seen emerging from the water itself. It's not a person, much less an animal. Its silhouette seems formed by the current, as if the water had taken on a life of its own. Some believe it could be an optical effect, perhaps a product of light and the movement of water. Others suggest it's an illusion caused by the camera. But others see something more, a water elemental, a mystical entity that, according to legend, inhabits rivers, lakes, and waterfalls. The curious thing is that the ferns and fog account has nothing to do with the paranormal world, which makes this recording even more intriguing. And you, have you ever witnessed something strange on your excursions? How would you react if you suddenly came face to face with something like that? A film that definitely left no one indifferent. Number 3. A group of young Thais returning home from a dance party decided to record a few moments while waiting for the train on a completely empty platform. What appeared to be a simple social media recording turned into one of the most disturbing videos ever to circulate on the internet.
Maka-MJS to.
Guys, makika-MJS tayo, guys!
In the video, you can see a woman who appears to be missing her head on the other side of the station. At first, the youngsters thought it was an abandoned mannequin, but their disbelief grew when the figure began to move naturally. This doesn't look like a lighting trick, nor does it look like a camera error. The body walks, breathes, and sways like any other person, but inexplicably, there's no sign of its head. It is in these types of situations where a topic that is unknown and even troubling to some should provide answers. What does the occult say about this? There are stories of decapitated spirits, souls who died violently and wander around, unable to find peace. These entities are said to manifest themselves just as they were torn from life, perhaps seeking justice, or simply to terrorize those who cross their path. What do you think? Is this a real woman with some strange effect? Or are we witnessing the manifestation of a headless spectre, a mysterious footage whose wonder persists to this day? Number 2. The following video has been causing quite a stir on social media, and it shows something that seems impossible to explain. The video was captured by a man who he says was taking a nighttime walk to unwind after a long day at work. Unwittingly, he came across such a bizarre sight that he decided to record it immediately. The images clearly show two sun-like luminous bodies appearing on the horizon, shining into the darkness of early morning. There's no dawn, no logical explanation. But there they are, two celestial-looking lights in a black sky. In the comments, many say it could be a camera error, a reflection, or some kind of digital glitch. Others, more religious, claim it's a divine sign, while the more conspiracy-minded consider it a glitch in reality, a flaw in our perception of the world. But what makes this case even more mysterious is that several people claim to have seen exactly the same thing that night in different areas, describing the phenomena in similar detail. What did this man really capture? An astronomical phenomena? An optical error? Or evidence that our reality isn't as solid as we think. Tell me what you think. Number 1. We close this list with a clip that has left thousands speechless. A Ring security camera installed at the entrance of a home in the United States captured something in the early hours of the morning that honestly seems out of this world. An enigmatic, pale, humanoid figure moving with strange movements under the dim lighting of the porch. The most unsettling thing is that just as this creature passes by, the camera goes into a slight blur, as if the presence itself is affecting the device. If it was a joke, why is there no obvious disguise? Furthermore, its head is disproportionately large, its skin appears translucent, and its limbs are too thin to be human. All of this leads one to believe that what we see there does not belong to this world. Do you think we have real evidence that extraterrestrial beings are visiting us? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Since this video has come to an end, my name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret